It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Welcome, everybody, to the late night writing session. You know it must be a writing session because, well, this is not the right show. We do the right show normally on Wednesday night. So tomorrow, tune in for an action-packed skewering of Joe Biden, Camel, Ho, Hairball, and the rest of the Pete Butt judgers in office. But today we're gonna go completely left turn, and we're gonna talk about jokes. Now, I just got done with a comedy tour. I was in Orange County, California, San Diego, California. I was in Oxnard, California. I was able to bring my beautiful dog, Reno, Ruff, little boxer, 2 years old, and it was just comedian, road dog, and my opening acts, and we had a great time. So everyone that was at those shows, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, they were packed. San Diego sold out very, very well. That means I'm invited back, maybe as soon as February. Can't wait. One of the problems I have is whenever I come back to a city, the people who came last time, they're like, we had so much fun, let's come again. Here's the problem. I don't always have new jokes 3 months later. I'll be honest, it looks like comedians are just coming off the top of their head. But Jerry Seinfeld had the same act for 15, 20 years, perfectly patterned. This was before YouTube. He could do the same act over and over in different cities and nobody knew. But now you do it once, somebody in the crowd films it, uploads it on YouTube, and oh my God, it's over. It's over. You gotta write new jokes. So let's see what we got here. We got you. We're gonna highlight in the comments because when I'm doing the right show, I have to go so quick. I've got things I want to talk about. It is a podcast, but this is hanging out. Caffeinated Tigress says, "Good evening, Kayvon, and a good evening to you." K to the Vaughn. Thank you, Eric Camper, for the shout out. If you guys are not able to come to a comedy show, but you like all the videos I've put out, I believe there's 700 of them, throw a tip in the bucket. I'll highlight your name, and you will be in memoriam forever on this live cast. Mark says, "Hi, all." Pete Buttgagger says, "Caffeinated Tigress. Let's go, brother." Penny Del Val says, "What a nice surprise to have you here, Kayvon." Yes, it is, because this is not a typical day in the neighborhood. Nice hat. Love from Canada. That's why I'm wearing this hat. I want to see if you guys in the comments know where this hat comes from. It's kind of an obscure symbol. This hat is brand new. Sticker still on it. Hasn't been broken in. But you know, when you get back from California, you're just feeling cool, you know? So you get fresh gear and you just roll up, you know, stickers. Don't even bend the brim, homie. You know what I'm saying? Doing it the real deal. You know, South Central LA. What's up? All right. A lot of you don't know who this is. Someone said Minnesota. Nope. All right. My upcoming tour date, since everyone's jumped in now, I want to tell you, I have a private event in San Antonio. What does that mean? It means someone's having a birthday party. They said, "We want a very famous half-Persian comedian. Do you know anyone?" I said, "I could do it." They said, "All right, come." Then the next day, I'm doing a show in Dallas, Texas for the Actual Comedy Club. So I'm going to put that in the chats right here, just so everybody can follow along. We go San Antonio, where I might bone you, ho. Then we go to Dallas, where I might get some at. Then I'm headed to Vegas. Like if a girl's a vegetarian and has a nice booty, that's some Vegas. Then I'm going over there to Berea, where I might break your neck, homie. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. See how I'm like, this is totally unstructured. After that is Smashville. Who knows where Smashville is? Actually, Nashville. Funny story about Nashville. I'll bring it up more tomorrow, so you might hear it twice. But just got a call. My Nashville date was going to be canceled because Chris Rock wants to do the show at the same comedy club when I'm there. Chris Rock. And I was like, my show's at 4 p.m. Chris Rock don't wake up at 4 p.m. Come on. Chris Rock don't get up before 4 p.m. Chris Rock goes out to the club at 10 p.m. Shit. Anyway, I pointed that out to the comedy club. They reached back out to Chris Rock's agent. Agent was like, yeah, Chris Rock doesn't get to a comedy club till 8, 9, 10 p.m. They said, Kayvon, your show's back on. So good thing I didn't just take the L. That might not look like an L to you. Good thing I didn't just take the L. Which one looks like an L to you? Because everything is in a mirror. All I know is this is L normally, all right? So I did not take the L and said, okay, that's fine, bump me. Chris Rock can have my spot. I was like, Chris Rock don't wake up at 4 p.m. for a mother. And so Chris Rock is going to be there the same night I'm there. Here's what I recommend. Why don't you buy a ticket to come see me at 4, then see Chris Rock at 8, whenever he hits the stage, and tell me which show you like better. I'll go head to head. Maybe you like his show better. That's fine. Chris Rock has been in the game 35 years. He's had the best writers, Emmy nominated, Academy Award nominated. He's hosted the Academy Awards. If Chris Rock is funnier than me, so be it. But if some of you come away going, I actually like Kayvon's show better than Chris Rock, then I'd be like, damn, it's Kayvon Rock. So it would be very interesting to see. I want you to tell all your friends in Nashville, Kayvon's going to be there at 4. Chris Rock's coming at 8. Go see both shows and let's vote. A night of famous comedians. Why not? All right. Then I'm going to be in Miami. Then I'm going to be in Philly. And I believe that's everywhere. The rest are all private events I can't invite you to. So let me just verify. I'm sure I'm missing one city. We just added Reno. It's not on the schedule yet. Oh my goodness, how did I forget? San Jose and Sacktown. Sacramento. All right, that's it. If people saying, Kayvon, I'd rather see you than Chris Rock. Okay, how about this? Thank you, Jackie, for saying that. How about if you see me and I just go, how's everybody doing tonight? It's so good to see everybody, and Chris Rock is coming later. Then you could get the best of both worlds. All right, highlighting all your comments. Come back to Germany. Yes, Marcus, I had a great time in Germany. Hung out with Marcus in Berlin. When am I in Philly? Great question. All of these answers are right on that expensive website that I built just so I don't have to look up the date, the time, where to park, what the drink specials are, what's the age requirement. I try to do most of my shows ages 12 and up. That way people can bring their family. Then I have a problem because if there's no family, I want to go rated R, rated PG-18. But if I look out and there's a couple 12-year-olds, I have to tone it down. And that happened in Huntington Beach. One of our shows, we had a little Vietnamese girl who was 13 years old, a young lady, I should say. And it was awesome. At some of the jokes, I'm like, but I looked over. She was laughing. Her mom, hopefully there was a little Vietnamese language barrier. Oh, she didn't care because the great Chris Rock would have said much worse than it. All right. When in Sacramento? Great question. I'm going to put that on my website. Actually, it's already there. Go check that out. We'll be here when you get back. All of these things are answered right there on that beautiful website. The other thing you can get on that website is Let's Go Brandon t-shirts. Let's Go Brandon. Like, if you don't know Let's Go Brandon by now, this merchandise is flying off the shelves faster than a race car. And I'm not the only one profiting and benefiting off of Let's Go Brandon. My design for the Let's Go Brandon t-shirt is better than any other. There's Let's Go Brandon mugs, Let's Go Brandon hoodies. It's all on my website. Okay? That website is the same as where the tour dates are. But you just go to shop. You go to the bottom. You click on that link and it takes you to Teespring. The Let's Go Brandon is awesome. And I'm not the only one profiting from it and benefiting. There's a rapper named Alexander. Okay, I want to make sure I get his name right because that would be embarrassing. The guy worked really hard. His name is Loza Alexander. Okay? And Loza Alexander wrote a rap song making fun of the Let's Go Brandon predicament. It is now #1 on iTunes. #1. And I have a little video I've compiled here where even in Australia, down under, they're hearing all about it. Enjoy.
Well, that's not nice.
Well, anti-Joe Biden chanting has continued over the weekend at various events across the United States. Chants were erupting in crowds at the Mississippi State vs Alabama game on Saturday, the Braves vs Dodgers baseball game on Sunday, and even at a Luke Bryan concert. The Let's Go Brandon chant has also become popular over the last few weeks as another dig to President Joe Biden. It's in reference to the viral video that surfaced a few weeks ago of race car driver Brandon Brown partaking in his post-win interview at Talladega when the crowd began chanting anti-Biden slurs, but the reporter thought they were chanting Let's Go Brandon. Take a look.
Oh my God, it's just such an unbelievable moment.
Brandon, you also told me, as you can hear the chants from the crowd, let's go Brandon. And you told me you were going to kind of hang back those pages and just watch and learn.
The video became so popular that rapper Loza Alexander made a rap, Let's Go Brandon, which has now soared to #1 on the iTunes hip-hop chart.
Let's go Brandon. 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 Let's go Brandon.
How awesome is that? So that rapper only did one verse, just got a nice beat to it. The people are responding. Joe Biden, the most popular, most voted for president of all time. No visible support in the streets. Nobody comes to his meetings, his rallies. Nobody lines the streets to clap for him. Nobody. But we're led to believe his fan base is larger than Barack Obama's. It doesn't pencil, dude. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just looking at straight numbers. If you tell me this guy's the most famous comedian in the world and 12 people show up and they put circles on the ground so that the crowd can sit in the circles, I'm going to think this comedy club is pulling the wool over my eyes. If this comedian comes to somebody's backyard, they announce it and the whole community comes, and now there's 3,000 people and the police have to come to get people out of this backyard, that comedian is part of a cultural revolution. Trump has a cultural revolution on his hands, whether you like him or not. People line the streets 2 years after his election, after his loss to Let's Go Brandon, and they're even increasing in numbers now. Biden's approval ratings are down in the dirt, but we're supposed to believe he just fascinatingly has won. Okay, dude, then why is Let's Go Brandon a worldwide chant, a worldwide phenomenon? There's more support for Let's Go Brandon than Biden. Why are my shirts flying off the shelves, and why does a rapper no one's ever heard of now have a #1 hit on iTunes and sold out tour dates around the United States? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Or you can call me a crazy, Kayvon's lost his mind. You can't lie about all this stuff. You can say I was wrong about the votes, but you can't lie about the crowd size. You can't lie about the circles on the ground. You can't lie about nobody putting a flag outside that says I voted for Biden, except for the occasional lesbian in a Subaru. You can't lie about Let's Go Brandon being the #1 hit on iTunes. It's too much. And then the poll numbers show him at 39% approval rating. That means even Democrats are done. And you want me to believe he won 82 million votes. Okay. Let's go, Brandon. All right, folks. Had a great time with Reno. Had a great time in Southern California. Going to be back in SoCal, and I need more jokes. So this is a late night writing session. Put any jokes you might think would be funny in the chats. We're going to work on these together. By the way, growing out the mustache. November, men grow out their mustache. It's kind of like Freddie Mercury. I want to break free. Oh, how I want to break free. Yeah. Oh, how I want to break free. Okay. Can't sing right now. Thank you. You are awesome. Someone says Kayvon is the white Dave Chappelle. I'm the more awakened Dave Chappelle. Not woke. Not a woke joke. I ain't saying you a woke joke, but you ain't messing with no broke jokes. Obama is half white. Thank you, Phil, for pointing that out. People like to forget it. Sean Stryker believes that even at Biden's 39% approval ratings, those are inflated. What say you? Jackie says, I'd rather see you than Chris Rock. Sydney says she wouldn't mind if my jokes are the same. Well, the way I look at it is I got to throw in some new jokes. If people are spending $30 plus bringing a date plus buying 2 drinks, you're talking about $60 to $90 to come see me. I want to give you a good show, whether it's at least 10% new jokes. One of the worst things is when I do 50% new jokes, the crowd's laughing and someone's like, I heard all your jokes before, but I still like that. I heard it all before. I'm like, there's no way you heard it all before. I made up some of these jokes in my late night writing session. So here we go. Late night writing session. One of my fans in Oxnard said, I love that joke you said about they're not homeless, they're more home resistant. Because they could get 3 roommates and live in a 1-bedroom apartment and have a roof over their head and get off the streets. But that $300 per person, they would rather spend on some hooch or some smack. So I call them home resistant. If we keep going, oh, the homeless, very few people are homeless. That's like a mom who's been kicked into the streets because her abusive husband locked the doors and now she's on the run because he wants to hurt her. Okay? Yeah, that's homeless. We have great respect for those moms, okay? And let's improve the camera here. There we go. Check that out. Even better. Even better. And some people think I'm better than ever, but you've never seen Shady in his black and red little sweater. Yeah, I was wondering why the camera was a little grainy. I'm like, what the hell? The camera's a little bit grainy, but here we go. We're going to improve the audio in 3, 2, 1 also, because the sound effects aren't even working. Okay, here we go. Camera's improved. Now watch the audio smack. Pow. All right. There we go. Now you're looking at my nose. There we are. Much better. That camera was okay, so I couldn't tell how whack it was. But now we're better off. All right. Listen to this. Good. Thank you, Jackie. Yes, you only see half of me. I was doing something, okay? I was doing something. Why the stash and no beard? Because I'm going halfway. We're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. All right, so I got my jokes right here. As we're talking about home resistant, they could have a home. They don't want a home. They want smack. They want drugs. They're mentally ill. We don't mock them. We feel horrible, but at the same time, how many of their decisions led them to this path? They were warned in school. They were warned by their teachers. They were warned by their friends. In high school, they were probably the cool kids out by the wall across the street, mocking the little nerds who went in and out to get their studying done. And then here we are, 30 years later, their life is in ruins, and they want us to feel bad for them. This is the nerd's revenge, to go, too bad. Guess I'm not a dork after all, with my polo and my underwear up my butt crack. So instead of calling them homeless or home resistant, we're going to call them homophobic. What do you think of that? Homophobic. A suggestion from one of my fans. Okay? They could have a home if they wanted to. They're being homophobic. If you like it, put it in the chats. Might end up in the next special. Yes, we got a few approvals there. I'll put a plus sign by that one. It's a writing session, folks. All right. I went to a bar recently and a girl's like, "What do you do for work?" And when you tell someone you're a comedian, they're like, "Oh, really? Tell me a joke." And no other industry has that. No, maybe doctors. "Oh, you're a doctor? Can you look at this mole?" But you wouldn't do that at a bar trying to be like one up. Women at a bar are kind of like in ninja mode. You're like, "How's it going?" Like, as if, and you have to fight your way into a conversation with them. This is not all women, but I'm just saying, like in Vegas, LA, Miami, you go up to a girl, she's too busy posing and primping, and then you're like, "Hey," and then as a guy, you're trying your one-liner, right? You're just like, "Hey, where are you from?" "I'm from here, thanks." That's the vibe you get from 70% of the women. Doesn't mean all. So chill out in the comments. So I walked up to a girl and she's like, "What do you do?" I don't say I'm a comedian because it did happen recently. I said, "I'm a comedian." "Oh, really? Tell me a joke." And you know what I told her? I was like, "Okay, oh, here's one." Threw a joke and she's like, if that's how they're going to act, here's what I do instead. This happened again. I was at a place and they said, "What do you do?" My buddy goes, "Oh, he's a comedian." And she goes, "Really? Tell me a joke." And I go, why don't we just live in the moment? Why don't we let a joke come organically if something funny occurs? Why do you need something recited to you? And she's like, I guess that's better. I'm like, duh. So I got to be the little bitch to her. It was pretty cool. So recently I was at a bar and the girl said, "What do you do for work?" And I said, "I'm a first responder." She's like, "Oh, really?" I go, "Yeah. If you need some late at night, text me. I'll be the first responder." Pow! Right? Like if a girl puts out the SOS, "I need a man over here tonight. First responder in the house." Booyah. I'm also writing a joke about being half Persian. And you can tell I'm Persian because I have these Gucci bags under my eyes. What do you think? That joke might not be strong enough to just like as a standalone, but that's a joke where you kind of throw it in as a tag, just kind of like a little bumper as part of a larger story. It's like a blueberry muffin. You just jam it full of blueberries. All right. But yeah, first responder, that might be a good standalone. Hey guys, just so you know, I'm not just a comedian, I'm also a first responder. Any of you ladies want some dick? Just text late at night, and I'll be the first responder. Yeah, yeah. All right. Sandy Wu almost peed her pants thinking about a first responder. All right. Now, the Gucci bag's under my eyes. It's just a little bumper joke. All right. So there you go. Look, see, we the people's like, eh. But let me tell you something. You're hanging with drunk people, you're having fun, you're at a comedy club, and this is like the fifth joke about Persian this, Persian dad this. And I'm Persian. I got these Gucci bags under my eyes. Ladies, if they said Louis Vuitton, you'd take them home tonight. Hey. That would be fine. All right. So Phil says it's awkward, but we the people likes it. All you need is 40% of the crowd to like the joke. You never know. Next one. I think DC is like Hollywood for nerds. Imagine if you're like a political nerd, like you wish you could go to Hollywood, like Adam Schiff or Bill Clinton. He wished he could be a Hollywood star because he wants to do all this pervy stuff with these ladies, but hello, it's not in the cards for him genetically. So he went to DC, Hollywood for nerds, where he can be a little more in the political element and still get that kind of a Hollywood lifestyle. Inappropriate parties, drugs, secret events, going to islands on jets, hanging with Epstein. So, do you agree with me that Bill Clinton, if he was just a regular guy in Arkansas, would have the most boring life ever? But because he made it to the Hollywood for Nerds, DC, he was able to paint himself a very colorful and sexually depraved lifestyle. Put it in the comments. Someone asking Kayvon, have you ever been to Canada? Hello, 30% of my shows were in Canada prior to the plan sketchy. Christina says, oh, no, you didn't. Your eyes are designer bags. Okay, cool. So Clinton is a total bore. Yes. So you guys are following me on the... Okay. So the premise of the joke is DC is Hollywood for nerds. Here's the punchline. Let's face it. If Bill Clinton was in Arkansas, he'd probably rise to the level of manager of a fast food restaurant. Okay? Do you really think Bill Clinton would be able to fillet that many chicks if he was working at Chick-fil-A? Let's see who likes my... Do you think he'd be able to do that much in and out if he was working at In and Out? Thank you. David DeFranco likes it. Irish says, hey, must be the money. Ew. Do you think he'd be able to pull his jack out of the box if he was managing a Jack in the Box? Booyah! Do you think he'd be able to eat that many fish tacos if he was working at Wahoo's Fish Tacos? Booyah! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you think he'd be able to juice that many jambas if he was working at a Jamba Juice? Okay, we might be going too far, you see. You guys go ahead and think of what fast food restaurant did I forget? Because we've got, see, that's where the writing session portion of this show comes in. All right. There you go. It's interesting. It doesn't quite work. Do you think he'd be able to do that many things to women with Five Guys if he was working at Five Guys? I don't know. That's interesting. There's something there. Do you think he'd be able to go to an island and get teenage girls with 5 other guys if he was working at Five Guys? I like it. Do you think he'd be able to bang any Wendy's if he was working the drive-thru at Wendy's? Who's that girl? What's his intern's name? You know, everyone talked about she kept the dress. Monica. Do you think he would be able to get that many whores named Monica if he was playing the harmonica? I don't know. See, now we've gone too far. We have gone too far. I kind of like that one though. You think he'd get? You think he'd get any whores named Monica if he was playing a harmonica? I didn't think we'd get there, but we did. This is supposed to be the PG. By the way, YouTube is PG. Then we go to Rockfin right now to do the rated R stuff. So once you start talking about Bill Clinton, it goes down to rated R. I didn't know there's a place called Chicken Express. Do you think he'd be able to choke his chicken? That's going. Monica dropped her harmonica. All right. Well, there we have it. Yeah, Rockfin is good. A lot of people don't know about Rockfin, but the reason I do my late night show on Rockfin is we tease it here, but we can't do much. The radical left has decided to attack my channel. I was getting 1,000 new subscribers every day for 5 months. It was glorious. That's why many of you are here. In the last 2 months, I've got 600 new subscribers total. They've limited me 97%. So instead of 1,000 a day, we're talking 25 to 30,000 new subscribers monthly. 600 in the last 2 months. So, all right. So the Bad Boy Show goes now on to Rockfin. I hope all of you will go over there right now. I'm going to put the link just so you know where it is. And I'm going to put it right in the description of this. That way there is no one going, well, I didn't know where it was. I didn't understand. Like, seriously, like, you have to make it easier for me. I don't know. Don't you know? Oh, yeah, you betcha. So we go here to the comments, and I'll pin it at the top. Where's my comments? Either my Wi-Fi is slow or they're just not letting me leave any comments right now under my video. Maybe while I'm live, I'm not able to comment. I didn't think that was the case. All right, here we are. I'm going to tell you how to find me on Rockfin. It's time to go over there. It should be in the description as well. Look there. But anyway, you go to rockfin.com. We love them because they don't censor. And you go to Kayvon Comedy. Super simple. It's private, so I want people to just join me on my chat, and we'll go there. So thank you all for tuning in, YouTubers. And remember, tomorrow is The Right Show. Those who love comedy, we're going to finish this writing session and do a little more chat one-on-one over on Rockfin. I will see you there.